blessings to my brothers and sisters. Last week I introduced FIRE, F-I-R-E, and this week we'll be continuing with the forging process with the I, which is investment. You see, once the foundation is set, it is time to invest into the construction that will be taking place on it. The beginning of the investment is the renewal of the old man or woman and putting the stock into the new one. We have all heard the old saying, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you always got. In other terms, this forging process through the fire is to create a new way and empower you as you go through this journey. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. We as people can become so prideful that we may ignore sound advice from someone simply because we feel, instead of the genuine care they're giving, we mistaken it as pure judgment. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some who are judgmental, and so you have to have discernment in your interaction. Our investment in ourselves should be done confidently because we are confident in the foundation that we build. So in your discernment, take what some may say objectively. In Ephesians 4:14, it talks about us no longer being children, tossed to and fro and carried by every wind of doctrine. This is the investment caution. When you invest, make sure that what you're investing in doesn't compromise the new foundation you have just built. Many people will see that you're becoming more sound and committed to your fire process and will try to throw water on you and extinguish the flames because they haven't been able to cleanse themselves yet. With your investment comes maturity, and that means you will outgrow people, and that is just part of the process. James writes, but let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. James 1:4. You see, we have to be patient to see our investment come back tenfold. You see, this fire we are enduring doesn't consume everything, purify everything, or forge everything right away. We sometimes have to sit in that fire in order for the flames to get hot enough. You see, the kindling in our life ignites immediately. These are all the small things, the minute things that we can probably just get over in a day or two. But it's the log that takes time to burn away. These are the big changes that we have to make in our life, the drastic cutbacks that we have to make, whether it be people, circumstances, events, or anything that we may endure. So we have to be patient and wait it out. And soon even the biggest hurdles in our lives will burn away. You see, sometimes it's those hurdles that we have to fight for or fight to get over. You see, and during this process, we're going to have to let the fire mold, and eventually all those hurdles will turn to ash and they'll just crumble at our feet. Remember, in the foundation, I talked about the fact that we'll rise like a phoenix. During the investment process, we have to invest in that newborn process that we just created once the ashes come. Sweep it all away. The investment in yourself is going to be the greatest investment you could ever make. It's like taking a brand new wad of money and putting it into a stock that you're not quite sure if it's going to make it or not, and then seeing it bubble. While it's in that stock, it's going to go up and it's going to go down. But the goal is to pull it as soon as you know that it's going to make you the most amount of money. So make the most out of your investment when you invest in yourself. The work you put in to develop your foundation should be complemented by the investment you make as you work through this process. You see, this process is a continuous thing. Through the foundation, we are now being able to create an investment on what we build on top of it to be able to then work towards the refinement aspect that comes later. But it's up to the investment on how much you put of value and you value in yourself. And then when it will increase the more you invest, and as time goes on, you'll become more and more refined. You see, the investment process is very important to the fire process because the more things that we are able to invest in ourselves, the more that we're able to grow, the more we're able to then endure because we now have the capability to do so. So we must invest time. We must invest encouragement. We must invest people that are going to help us push towards those goals in order for us to be able to become this new person we are. Sometimes we have to change the circle in which we associate in order to find these new opportunities. Opportunities come with investment. Every time that you invest in something, there's an opportunity for you to be able to make something, right? So make something of yourself. The more that you invest in yourself, study, meditate, understand who it is you want to be, because we already have the foundation of where we want to go and what our vision is, and the investment is what helps put and stack on top of that. You become more and more refined through this process because you are able to see more and more of the end goal of where you're trying to be. And that end goal that you're trying to be is you're only going to be able to get there the more that you invest in yourself. So I leave you with this: invest, invest, invest. There is no greater investment than the one you make in yourself. No matter what it is that you do, no matter where it is that you go, find something to invest to add on to yourself, a positive creation or elevation. There's a build and destroy aspect to investment. You invest in the things that you feel that you can build on top of, and you destroy the things that are going to jeopardize that investment. And so go out there and build and destroy and continuously invest in yourself. Peace and blessings.